Hey guys, this is just a quick video to show you how to put together a Techdeck if you don't already know. Now, sometimes it will come with or without grip tape. If it doesn't have grip tape, just try for your best to line it up. If you go a little bit over, you'd always take like a razor blade and like a very sharp brand new razor blade and hack it off. Of course, for parents to do that part. And you have these holes here, right? And then you also have these screws. So what you're gonna do here is, drop in these screws one by one, and then they are going to go through like that. And then, right. And you're also going to need like a little tool. Normally they come with, certain Techdeck configurations come with it. That's for, obviously the hardware here. And then this is for the trucks and the wheels. If you have really loose, trucks, you're going to want to tighten this bolt clockwise. To loosen it would be counterclockwise, or lefty loosey righty tighty, and same thing when you're putting on the wheels like that. Some of the newer Techdecks, instead of having like grip tape, like sandpaper material, they have this like rubber or this, I guess, foam, which is kind of nice because it doesn't file down your, actual skin of your fingers, make it super smooth. Okay. Another good idea is to have like a little kit that has all this stuff, but these are the kind of the bolts that you're going to need. So we're going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 per wheel. Thank you, Colt. All right, so we got this on. And last one. Probably makes the most sense not to put them all in like I am doing them. You can put your, I'll take out, those ones. What you normally do is the same thing with the skateboard. You kind of put one in, and then what you're going to want to make sure you do is the bolt here, it is always facing to the inside of the skateboard or Techdeck, not the other way around. And these things are pretty stubborn too, so you gotta like really press down as hard as you can. And hopefully you don't strip it. Once you get 2 in, for the most part, you've lined up the holes from the truck to the holes of the deck. So you don't have to worry about, oh, is it in place? You just need 2. And then I guess whatever process of, okay, you got 2 in, so the other 2 should be lined up. Don't slip around. So there you have a couple, right? And what I'm going to do is pause the video, do the rest. All right, so I have it all set up, and these bolts, for the most part, are pretty big buggers. If you don't press down with all your might, you're going to strip them, and it's going to be difficult to get them out. One at a time, and have patience. And yeah, pretty much really good for making your wrist strong. So next up is we have these bolts here that if I just bring this up to the camera, there you go, little tiny nut, golden nut. And you're going to take the wheel side, and you see how here, if I drop this in, there is a little kind of a bucket part. You don't want to do it the other way, right? Not like that. That's not how wheels go, well, on Techdecks or skateboards for the most part. So you're going to drop this on top of here. It's like very finicky, and you know, I think Techdecks are great for small hands, but when you're like, you know, 30 plus or whatever, you're going to have like Parkinson's level of like coordination when you're like trying to put on little tiny things like this. It's very difficult. I guess the older you get and the more caffeine you have and all that. So, you know, be patient. It takes time. Okay, when you get it kind of like that, which is like right on top and it's kind of teetering, you're going to want to take, you know, this part of the bolt, sorry, the, you know, the wrench here, not the screwdriver part, this part, and then you're going to put it on there, and then you're going to go clockwise. I kind of turn the skateboard at the same time, and you see it didn't work there. So it does take, you know, last time I had to do this part of the wheels, which are even more finicky than the screws that go into the trucks. Probably took, you know, 3 times as long than these ones. So I'm going to pause the video and see how it goes. You know, one helpful thing is what you can do is you can take it and you can drop it inside of the wrench, and sometimes it's easier that way. So you see how like it's dropped in there. Make sure it like falls as much as possible. Then what you can do is take the truck part, right, and put it in there. So it's in there and it's not going to slip out. Obviously you need a wheel. Right? So you have the wheel part and you're going to go like that. And then you can start using gravity to benefit you. And when you're doing the wheels, you don't want to do them too tight that they won't spin. And that's how you check. What you normally do, even with the skateboard, or at least what I do, is I go until they won't spin anymore. And then I go half a turn back. But in this case, with Techdecks, I find that you can kind of go until you can't turn anymore. It'll still spin. So basically what you want to do when you get them all on is just test to make sure that they all spin, right? Now, if you look here, yeah, thanks, buddy. If you look at the bolts here for the kingpins, if you loosen this guy, the trucks will be looser, meaning that when you're riding, you can press it down and the wheel will touch the deck, meaning when you have loose trucks, you can kind of like lean to one side and carve, kind of like a snowboard or a scooter or whatever. But if you have really tight trucks, it only kind of goes in one direction and you have to like tic-tac. So yeah, you just want to tighten as you see fit. Here, you want to show off yours, kiddo? Do you have loose trucks or tight trucks? Loose. Here, let me see for a sec. So Colton has loose trucks. So if you look here, you see, right? And that's going to allow you to, let's say if you're on, you can get out of things by going like that or leaning to your heel to go out like that. But if you have tight ones, you can't really lean that way. So, you know, lefty loosey, righty tighty, you can tighten or loosen your trucks. And it's always good to keep a tool on you when you're tech-decking or close, because if something gets too loose and you lose one of these bolts, pretty much a big pain to find them or just find that part. You pretty much got to buy another Techdeck setup. I hope you guys enjoyed that quick video on how to set up your first Techdeck from scratch, and pretty awesome because you can pick your components and get going that way. I'm going to leave you with some cool Techdeck tricks on this rail from Colt. Thanks, everyone.